Today, we are diving into a really powerful framework for taking charge of your spiritual journey. It's all about making a huge shift from being just a passenger in your own life to actually getting into the pilot seat. Let's get started. So, let's just kick things off with a big question. Are you really the main character in your own story? I mean, are you making conscious choices? Or does it sometimes feel like you're just reacting, reading lines from a script that someone else wrote? This question right here is the foundation for everything we're about to explore. And the whole journey really starts with this one simple mantra. It's a powerful way to remind yourself that who you are is not defined by your physical body or your thoughts that are always changing or those emotions that come and go. Those are just the tools you're using, but your true essence, that's something way, way deeper. And that brings us to this idea of the cheetah. You can just think of it as your true self. It's that eternal, non-physical part of your consciousness. This is the part of you that actually sticks around, the part that this entire journey is all about strengthening. Okay, so here's the first big step. Real spiritual growth kicks in when we learn to separate our true self from all that noise, all that karmic baggage from our mind and body. Think of your true self like a pure, bright light inside a lamp, and all that karmic baggage is like years of dust and grime caked on the glass. Our job is to clean the lamp so that light, that chitta, can shine through. Now that we've got this idea of a true self, let's look at how it completely changes our perception of reality. Because as you're about to see, what you think you're seeing isn't necessarily what's really there. You know, our five senses, they only pick up a tiny, tiny fraction of all the information that's out there in the world. And even that small amount gets run through this internal filter, a filter that's been built by all our past actions, by our karma. So what you perceive as reality is actually this highly personalized, super limited version of what's actually happening. And this is where you realize just how much power you have. Because what you've been conditioned to expect literally shapes what you're able to see. Your expectations aren't just predicting what's going to happen, they are actively creating it. It's the classic self-fulfilling prophecy in action. So this brings us to a really important distinction in how we use this inner power that we all have. Turns out there are two very different paths you can take, and your choice makes all the difference. On one path, you've got wish manifestation, using your power for little personal wins, like getting all green lights on your way to work or snagging that perfect parking spot. It's tempting, for sure, but it actually gets you more tangled up in the material world. The other path, the deeper path, is genuine alignment. That's when you use your inner power for your own spiritual growth and to make the world a better place. That's the path to real freedom. Okay, so let's shift gears and see how this new understanding of our power totally transforms how we see other people. This is a huge shift in perspective, especially when it comes to our relationships. So get this, every single person in your life is basically a supporting actor in your story. They are not there by accident. It's not that they're not important, but their role in your life is to give you the exact challenges, the exact joys, the exact lessons you need for your own spiritual growth. The implications of this are just massive. It means you are 100% responsible for your own experience. Other people, they're just playing their part. The only thing you can actually control, and the only thing that really matters in the end, is how you choose to respond. And just like that, the blame game is over. So, if our response is the only thing we have control over, where should we focus all our energy? Well, the answer is simple, but that doesn't always mean it's easy. The only reality you can ever actually touch is this present moment, right now. The past is just a collection of memories in your head, and the future, that's just a bunch of possibilities and maybe some anxieties. All your power is right here, in the now, because it's the only place you can ever actually do anything. And whatever is happening in your life right this second, good, bad, whatever, it's the perfect setup for your growth. It is the exact lesson you need to learn to resolve old patterns and to move forward. So instead of fighting it, we can actually be grateful for the opportunity it's giving us to evolve. So how do we actually act in this present moment? The idea is to approach everything with love and compassion, but without expecting anything back. If you're dealing with a really difficult person or situation, that's your cue to practice offering love. And hey, you can absolutely be firm when you need to be, but you can do it without being harsh. Think of a loving parent setting clear, firm boundaries for their child. This all brings us to the ultimate purpose of this whole inner journey. I mean, after all this work, what's the end goal? What are we really aiming for? The purpose of life, when you look at it this way, is to build up and strengthen your true self, your chitta, because that's the only part of you that's eternal. And when you focus on that, you'll find that everything else, your circumstances, your relationships, your well-being, starts to naturally fall into place. So the key takeaway is this. By really understanding and living these ideas, you stop wasting all your energy trying to control the world outside of you. Instead, you get to pour all of that focus and energy into the one thing you actually have power over, your response. That is where your true power lies. So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. Instead of just reacting on autopilot today, what is one conscious response you can choose to make that will help build a stronger, more authentic you?